Greetings, YouTube. Time for another bargain find. Actually, this is a free find. I got, every day when I get out of work in the morning at 7 a.m., I check my phone for important messages, and then I check Craigslist for the free stuff. And most of the time I find nothing. Or I sometimes will find a good thing, but it's way too far away. For example, this morning I found an estate sale that sounded cool, but it was 115 miles away, and I wasn't about to do that after having worked an entire shift. So I sometimes find free stuff. And recently I found one. I got a flagpole. That's outside. I still have that outside. I have to get that. It's an aluminum flagpole. Some aluminum bells, which my wife is going to take to make a gift for a friend, and some of the stuff that's on this table. Now these three things, I have no idea what they are, but they're steel. I could make a really weird Mickey Mouse, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're steel, and steel is always useful, and this shape is interesting, so maybe I'll find a use for them in this shape. That's what I'd like to do. Then I found this. Yep, this entire toolbox came into my possession for $0. And I just noticed that my battery is dead, or about to die. So I'm going to switch batteries real quick, and then I'll be right back. Lickety split, here we are. So the top of this has got two containers. These were all empty. These were removable, I believe. And it's got, those are the two the same. Then this one, which is not removable, but it's designed to hold bits and probably like an extension and stuff like that for your drivers, or whatever kind of driver you had. This is a Stanley product. It comes with a recessed handle, which is kind of nice because it means you can lay things off on top of it. You can stack these. I find that quite handy. My old toolbox I use at work had that feature. My new one doesn't. It does take up a lot of interior space. I will admit that. So having a handle that goes on the outside means you have more interior space. And let's face it, for a toolbox that can be very important. Next up, and I actually haven't 100% looked at this. I looked at a few things. So this is what we have on the top shelf. We have a screwdriver. We have whatever the hell this is. Oh, is that a clamp? Yeah, that might be a clamp. So we got a nut driver, chuck screw. That's old school, if I'm not incorrect. That's for a type of screwdriver that's old school, I believe. A couple of drill bits, some Teflon tape. Notice this. These are hose washers. Excellent. I now own hose washers. A little saw, which I think I may have one of these. So it's like some of this stuff is going to be recycled. Like I probably will not keep this. Ooh, Breakaway Blades. These are cool. I just recently got a nice Breakaway Blade from Olfa. So cool. 5 blank blades for that. Double-edged stainless steel blades. I don't know if there's... I think there might be one or two in there, so that's kind of cool. I can always use those for scraping. The teeniest little screwdriver. It's kind of cute. Adapter and a couple of proprietary wrenches. Those probably came from Power Tools. That would be my thought. All right, what else do we got in here? We have a set of gloves, which I don't know what size they are. What size are you? You don't specify. But I'll wash them and see if they fit. I'm not putting them on before I wash them. What else do we got? We have a scraper of some variety. I don't know what that is. I think it's a scraper of some variety. What's it say in the end? It says patent pending. Don't see a logo. Is that a logo? N or Z? I don't know which. Aluminum trowel. Hoeing device. Some garden tools in here, definitely. Ooh, little rasp. Little rasps can be handy. Yes, they can. Anvil style cutter. This is a generic Chinese version of a Stanley tool. I'll have to see if that still has an edge or not. If it does, I might be able to use that for something. Some more Teflon tape. So I got lots of Teflon tape. This is cool because I actually have a use. I was actually thinking, do I have any Velcro strips around my house? And guess what? I got Velcro strips, and it's actually in pretty decent condition. Aluminum trowel. More hoeing. My wife might actually be able to use that. She does gardening now. I mean, like, as a job. This is for, it's a bit holder, so maybe it had been originally attached to some kind of a tool. I'm not positive on that one. We got a wrench, 9/16 and 1/2 inch. That's kind of cool. We can always use a wrench for something. Another wrench. Female metal quick connection. Oh, for a hose or something. Oh, okay. That's good. The person apparently did a lot of gardening. Yep. Snippers for gardening. Some electrical tape, which appears to be in decent condition, which is awesome because I actually need to bring some electrical tape to work, and I needed it to be black, and now I have some, and it cost me nothing. I'm all about nothing. What do we got in here? Brass style handles for some kind of a dresser or something. And all that needs a little work, but as I like the handle on that. So I may sharpen that up and keep that myself. And what are you? You are a tester. 640 volt, 277 volt, 220 volt, and 110 volt. UL listed. I'll have to see if that works. If it works, I'll keep that. A chisel which needs some love. This chisel needs some love, but it's nice quality. It's older. You know, I like the lucite handle. Back when lucite was new, I don't know if you knew that, but when it became lucite became available, lots of companies started putting it into handles simply because it was different and it would sell stuff. You would sell tools. We have a standard Husky screwdriver. By the way, some people may not know this, but the reason that a lot of classic screwdrivers are this shape, hexagon, is so that you can put a hexagon-shaped box wrench on here for torque. Yep, this is designed so you can slide a large box end wrench on this so you can get torque for loosening screws. It's a nice quality screwdriver. I don't think I need to keep that one. Some kind of a... Ooh, is that a spring punch? Or just a punch? I don't know. I'll have to get that out and give it a try. I may be able to revive that. A little Allen... No, it's not an Allen key. It is a nut driver because there's a little ball bearing there. So this is designed to hold a nut driver. We have a putty knife, which is in sad condition. Ooh, a little razor knife. Always use little razor knives. These little ones like this are very handy because they're very easy to throw into a toolbox or even into like your pocket or like the sleeve pockets on jackets and stuff. Very handy to have if you're on the go. Some more screwdrivers. Some of these I'm going to be keeping. Some of these I will not. We have an actual crescent wrench. This is Crescent brand wrench. Interesting. I've never seen a crescent wrench that had that kind of slope in there. That's kind of intriguing. I don't know why that is, but just another Phillips. Washers. Well, washers are always handy. Just Proto. I think Proto is a so-so brand of wrenches. Regular head. A cute little... I like that. It's a cute little small Phillips head. It's kind of cool. Classic utility knife. I will not be keeping this. I have lots of utility knives that I have which are better than this. But that's a nice size. It's not overly large. Some of them can be obnoxious when it comes to an entire plethora of cutting things. Bunch of razor knives and a straight razor holder. And I like the straight razor holder. Those can be very handy. A classic utility knife. Well, this is old school. It's got a rubber coating on it and everything. I don't think I've ever seen. This is older. This is not a tool design I've seen. I'll have to take that one apart and see if I can find a name brand on that one. And a multi-tool, which is low grade at the best. But, yeah, maybe I'll do a review on it before I get rid of it. Is this stuck or does it have a lock? Does it have a lock? It may have a lock on it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Or at least a very stiff spring. I can't do that one-handed. Not to mention at the moment my thumbs don't work anymore. So this is what I found for nothing on Craigslist under the free section. So I'm telling you, there are deals out there if you're willing to go look for them. And some of this stuff I'm going to pass on to some other happy person. And some of them I will keep because it's going to be useful to me. Like I may find a use for those gloves, particularly if they fit me. They're good disposable gloves. I can use them for a rough job. If I destroy them, I don't care. They cost me nothing. And so there are definitely some tools in here that I'm going to reuse and add to my collection, and some of them which I will pass on because I don't need some of these things. I really don't. Like the handle and the cupper and the cut and those pruners. I'll check the anvil cutter, see if that works, if that's in decent shape, because those can make a nice cut, and they have limited utility in the sense that they only fit certain things, they're only good in certain materials, but they do make nice cuts. And so if you have to make a bunch of cuts all at once in something that they fit, you're golden. And I'll probably get rid of the toolboxes. I don't really need another toolbox. I got lots of toolboxes, though this is a nice quality Stanley. I will give it that. So yeah, absolutely free. And this was not all the stuff the guy had. He had actual kid-size metal bed frames with the springs inside them. Too much work for me to take. An ironing board, a bunch of yard stands for like hanging plants and stuff on them. He had an entire coil of steel strip for like binding things with special clips. I didn't have any use for that. It was really heavy, so I left that behind. But yeah, there are some really nice deals out there if you go out and search for them, and they cost you nada.